5 crucial steps to start a business from zero, an inspiring journey. Introduction. Start with a powerful hook and set the stage for the entrepreneurial journey. The hook. Begin with a compelling statistic or anecdote about successful bootstrapping, starting with zero capital, highlighting that willpower, not wallet size, is the true catalyst. E.g., mention an iconic founder who started in a garage. Context. Define the From Zero challenge. The pressure of limited capital, time, and resources. Emphasize that this constraint forces focus, creativity, and discipline. Thesis Statement. Present the paper's central argument. The journey to establishing a thriving business from scratch is defined not by luck, but by 5 crucial interconnected steps: problem definition, market validation, lean product development, financial discipline, and continuous iteration, each serving as a cornerstone for sustainable, long-term success. Do. Step 1. Define a problem worth solving, the foundation, approx. 350 words. This section argues that the most valuable asset in a startup is a deeply understood customer pain point, not the solution itself. Focus point. Starting with the why, the customer problem, not the what, the product. Analyze the risk of solution bias. Analytical depth. The pain score. Discuss how entrepreneurs must quantify the severity of the problem. Is it merely an inconvenience, or a severe, expensive, or frequent frustration? Only high-score pain points justify a new business. The empathy gap. Explore the necessity of radical empathy, spending time listening to and observing the target customer's life to truly understand the emotional and practical impact of the problem. Niche selection. Explain why starting with an extremely narrow niche is crucial for early survival. A small pond is easier to own than a large ocean. 3. Step 2. Market validation and competitive analysis. This step transitions from internal thought to external reality, testing the assumption that the problem is real and scalable. Focus point. The shift from assumption to data-driven confidence, analyzing the difference between primary, interviews, surveys, and secondary, reports, trends, research. Analytical depth. The competitor map. Analyze how competitors are currently addressing the pain point. Identify their gaps, weaknesses, or ethical shortcomings. This reveals the unique space your business can occupy, your unique selling proposition, or USP. Pre-selling and testing. Detail low-cost validation techniques, surveys, collecting pre-orders, setting up a landing page to measure interest, that spend minimal capital while confirming demand. This turns the idea from a hypothesis into a tangible market signal. The Build a Tribe principle. Discuss the early importance of building an audience email list before launch, validating the market by establishing a core group of early adopters, a tribe. 4. Step 3. Lean product development. This section explores the necessity of disciplined minimalism in product creation, especially when capital is zero. Focus point. Defining the minimum viable product, MVP, the smallest version of the product that delivers the core solution and can be used to gather feedback. Contrast this with the typical beginner mistake of striving for perfection. Analytical depth. The cost of perfection. Analyze how feature creep and over-engineering drain non-existent capital and delay time to market. The goal is to fail cheaply and quickly if the product is wrong. Rapid feedback loops. Discuss how the MVP forces immediate interaction with customers, allowing for iterative design, build, measure, learn. This process ensures the product evolves based on actual customer use, not guesswork. Bootstrapping tools. Provide analysis on leveraging free or low-cost tools and platforms, SaaS, social media, no-code websites, to minimize initial overhead and maximize early efficiency. Step 4. Mastering financial discipline and legal setup. The From Zero mindset demands extreme scrutiny of every dollar and early attention to risk mitigation. Focus point. The critical distinction between personal and business finances and the need for early legal rigor. Analytical depth. Cash flow and runway. Analyze the importance of maximizing the runway, how long the business can survive before running out of cash. This involves ruthless cost-cutting and prioritizing revenue generation over spending. Financial separation. Explain the necessity of legally separating the business, e.g., through an LLC or sole proprietorship with a distinct bank account, to protect personal assets and simplify tax reporting. The pricing conundrum. Discuss the psychological barrier of pricing your service/product correctly from day one. Many zero startups underprice due to insecurity, hindering their ability to scale later. Pricing should reflect the value delivered, not the cost incurred. Step 5. Embrace continuous iteration and personal resilience. The final step addresses the psychological and strategic requirements for turning a startup into a stable entity. Focus point. The business is never finished. It is an organism that must adapt or die. This step focuses on the personal growth required of the founder. Analytical depth. The iteration mindset. Explain how to use the feedback from the MVP, Step 3, to guide the next phase of development. This involves data-driven pivoting and accepting that the final product might look very different from the initial idea. Building systems, not tasks. Analyze the transition from doing everything yourself to documenting basic processes. Systems, simple checklists, templates, basic SOPs, are necessary for future growth and delegation. Founder resilience. Discuss the vital role of personal discipline, time management, and mental fortitude. Starting from zero is a marathon of rejection and uncertainty, making the founder's resilience the ultimate competitive advantage. Conclusion. Summarize the paper's findings and leave the reader with a final, inspiring thought. Restate thesis. Reiterate the 5 steps as the definitive framework for successful bootstrapping. Summary of arguments. Briefly recall the critical takeaway from each section, e.g., the importance of problem focus over product focus, the power of the MVP. Final implication/call to action. Conclude by placing the entrepreneur's journey into a broader context. Starting a business from zero is more than a financial challenge. It is a masterclass in focused execution, radical learning, and personal transformation. It proves that the most powerful resource any entrepreneur possesses is their own ingenuity and grit.